Hi everyone, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly horoscope. My name is Terence Scardino. This is going to be a very active week, planetary-wise. Most of it is quite favorable. A lot of opportunities to start moving forwards and planning your near future. On Monday, July the 4th, is going to be Independence Day, big holiday here in America, and it's the new moon that triggers a whole redirection and new focus for the next month. Being in Cancer, it's going to be aligning with social, pleasurable, diplomatic Venus. That's a good thing. It's sextiling Jupiter, could be some travel, certainly some generosity, a bit of optimism. It's trining, which is even better, Mars, ready to take action, be motivated. It's squaring Uranus, that planet of liberation and rebellion, so you're ready to break out of those patterns. And it's opposite Pluto, because Pluto's in Capricorn, the new moon's in Cancer. And so big changes, maybe a bit of a having to talk yourself into it, but overall it's setting the stage for a very favorable month, but particularly over these next 2 weeks, because in 2 weeks will be the full moon that will bring to culmination everything is being set into motion on Monday. On Tuesday, discerning, intelligent communication Mercury is excellent with Neptune. Mercury to Neptune is creative, it's inspiring, it opens the imagination, and certainly it's very favorable for healers, psychics, artists, performers. On Wednesday, the Venus, creative Venus, is excellent with Mars. This triggers a lot of passion, maybe some romance. It's certainly going to stimulate more social activity as the Sun and Mercury are aligning. So your mind is busy with all kinds of ideas. You're feeling stimulated. You're feeling restless. But with the Venus to Mars, you're feeling very outgoing, and it's very good for romance and socializing. On Thursday, this is where you need to breathe and make sure you're seeing the big picture, because Mercury is now going to be opposite Pluto as the Sun is going to be opposite Pluto. So there's a bit of power struggles, or somebody's trying to convince you of a great idea, or you're trying to convince them of a great idea, as Venus is in hard angle to Uranus. On the positive, that could awaken a new creative form and expression, a new friendship could come in out of the blue. But when it comes to more personal relationships, love relationships, because of Venus, the Uranus can either upset the apple cart, but it's only going to cause problems with a weak relationship. But it's really just trying to break out of the old rut, try something new, and you may have to struggle a bit trying to convince your partner that this is a good idea. Let's try this this new activity and bring some fresh air into our romance. On Mercury, now Mercury is going to be very favorable with Jupiter. It's called a sextile. Sextile is a 60-degree angle. It basically indicates opportunities. On Saturday, because the Sun is moving a little quicker than the Mercury, the Sun is then going to, or a little bit slower, and then the Sun is going to be in this really favorable aspect to the Jupiter. But just Friday and Saturday with Mercury and the Sun aspecting Jupiter, great for travel. It is the summer north of the equator. Great for getting away for the weekend. And if you had gone away for the whole week in America for the 4th of July holiday, this would be a good Friday, Saturday to be returning home. It also overall indicates more optimism, and it's also good for learning and teaching. And finally, on Sunday, now communication Mercury is excellent with Mars. You're really ready to defend your ideas, take action on your ideas, and have the courage of your conviction. So as you see, this is a powerful week. It's very active, whether it's love, business, whatever it is that that's triggering any kind of activity. It's a lot of planetary energy that's supporting you to go for it, to expand, to grow. So before I end this segment, again, let me remind you, as I always do, that I'm one of the astrologers available to answer the one question offer on astrologyanswers.com's website. But you can find a direct link to get to me in the description box under the video in the YouTube page. And again, the time of birth is so important if you have it, even if it's a rough approximation, and put your birth information and time in your message, your question to me. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week for my next segment. Enjoy this week.